Have you ever felt like the divine masculine is trying to reach out to you, but the message feels encrypted, like it's written in code? Have you ever wondered what the real signs are, the ones nobody talks about, that indicate the divine masculine is preparing to return to his twin flame? If so, you're not alone. This spiritual connection is deep, mysterious, and can feel like a riddle, even for those living it. Throughout this video, I'll reveal the key signs of the divine masculine, including one powerful sign that most people overlook, yet it changes everything. How many times have you felt something inexplicable, a gut feeling, a strong intuition, and didn't know exactly what it meant? Together, we'll uncover how to turn these sensations into clarity and deeper understanding. Stay with me until the end to learn how the divine masculine communicates spiritually, how to interpret these subtle signs, and how to strengthen your energetic connection with your twin flame. Oh, and don't forget to share your experience in the comments. Which sign have you felt the most? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Ready to step into this universe? Then let's begin. When we speak of the divine masculine, we enter a universe filled with deep meanings, an energy that complements the twin flame dynamic. This energy is not just an archetype, but a spiritual force that supports transformation and inner growth. Understanding the divine masculine is essential for those who seek to navigate the journey of twin flames, because he often plays the role of the one who leads, protects, and prepares the path for reunion. The spiritual communication of the divine masculine is like a silent conversation between souls. It rarely comes in obvious ways, but rather through delicate, subtle signs that are not always easy to recognize. Many times, the one on the receiving end feels doubt, confusion, or even fear of misinterpreting these messages. And that's exactly where keeping the heart and mind open makes all the difference in tuning into this energetic connection. If you've ever questioned whether that strange feeling, that sudden mood shift, or those small everyday synchronicities could be signs, know that it's completely normal, and it's part of this process. The beauty of the twin flame dynamic lies in this invisible exchange that transcends time and space. And the most magical part? Once we begin to understand these details, we gain the clarity to walk this path of reunion and healing with more confidence. Sign 1: Sudden shifts in energy or behavior. When the divine masculine begins preparing for the return, something within him starts to shift, and while these changes aren't always easy to notice, they are very real. He may become more introspective, diving deep into reflection, or suddenly show a more active interest, seeking connection in unexpected ways. These fluctuations aren't random, they're clear signs that his energy is realigning for reconnection. For example, you might notice that he, once distant, starts sending messages more often, even if brief, or his tone shifts in a subtle yet noticeable way, as if something within him has awakened. He may appear calmer and more grounded, like he's resolving inner struggles you can't see. All of this points to the divine masculine's energy moving, slowly but surely preparing the space for reunion. Noticing these subtle shifts in everyday life is essential so you don't overlook signals that, though discreet, carry profound meaning. This energetic transformation is like the quiet before the storm, but in the case of twin flames, the storm is a powerful reconnection meant to renew and expand both souls. And believe me, these signs are only the beginning. Soon, more clues will start to unfold, and that's when things get even more intriguing. Sign 2: Vivid dreams and strong intuition. Dreams are a powerful channel where the divine masculine often manifests before the physical reunion ever takes place. Many people report vivid and recurring dreams involving their twin flame, or moments where they receive messages seemingly out of nowhere. These experiences are not just random, they're spiritual communications used by the universe to prepare the way for this energetic connection. Beyond dreams, strong intuitions also deserve close attention. That sudden feeling of just knowing something without any logical explanation, a gut instinct that appears out of nowhere, or an inner voice that insists on pointing the way. These are like breadcrumbs left by the divine masculine, who often communicates more through silence than direct words. Recognizing these messages requires trust and emotional sensitivity. If you haven't already, one valuable practice is keeping a dream and intuition journal. Write down everything, even the smallest details, because clarity often comes when we start connecting those dots. In the end, this record might just become the map that guides your soul through the journey back to the divine masculine. And the more you tune into that sensitivity, the more signs will begin to appear in your everyday life, and that's what we'll explore next. Sign 3, Synchronicities and Everyday Signs. Have you ever noticed repeating numbers, a specific song playing at the perfect moment, or an unexpected encounter that just felt too aligned to be random? These synchronicities are far more than coincidences, they're signs from the divine masculine, trying to communicate across distance. The universe often speaks through these seemingly small events, gently nudging you to pay attention and connect with this subtle energetic language. These signs can take many forms in your daily life: a message that arrives at the perfect time, a bird that crosses your path out of nowhere, or even a phrase or sentence that feels like it was written just for you. They serve as reminders that the spiritual connection is active, and that the twin flame dynamic is moving, even when everything on the surface seems still. Learning to notice these details can shift everything. To truly recognize synchronicities, you need to develop a more intuitive awareness, both of the world around you and the world within. Don't dismiss your first impression. Often, the truth hides in what seems the smallest or most ordinary. And the more open you are to these signs, the more clearly the divine masculine's messages will begin to appear, which brings us to an even deeper layer of this communication. Sign 4, Indirect Messages and Spiritual Communication. Sometimes, the divine masculine doesn't speak in a direct way, instead, he chooses more subtle paths to reach out. It might be a song that randomly plays on social media, a message delivered through a mutual friend, or even spiritual signs like birds or flashes of light appearing in unexpected moments. These manifestations may be subtle, but they carry a powerful energy that connects hearts beyond words. It's important to understand that this type of spiritual communication isn't always obvious at first glance. Energy speaks louder than words ever could. And those who remain open and attentive begin to realize that these indirect messages are, in truth, the divine masculine's way of making his presence known, even if he can't be physically beside you yet. It's like a secret language shared only between souls. To tune into these messages, you must cultivate mindfulness and emotional sensitivity. Pay close attention to recurring symbols, unexpected synchronicities, and the sensations they evoke in your body and heart. This openness becomes the foundation for strengthening your energetic bond, and it prepares you to recognize even more powerful signs of his return, which we'll explore next. Sign 5, Feeling his presence and protection. Many people on the twin flame journey report sensing an invisible yet almost tangible presence, one that brings comfort and protection, even when the divine masculine is physically absent. This feeling isn't just imagination, it's a very real spiritual connection, an energy that surrounds and supports you, quietly showing that he's near, even from afar. It's as if his essence remains, silently watching over you. This presence often becomes most noticeable during difficult moments, when the heart is aching or overwhelmed. Some describe it as an invisible embrace, a sudden wave of warmth, or an unexpected sense of peace that helps them move through emotional storms. This is the divine masculine's energy acting like a spiritual shield, holding space, protecting, and preparing for the reunion ahead. To strengthen your awareness of this energy, it helps to cultivate practices that heighten your sensitivity, such as meditating with the divine masculine in mind, or simply setting aside a few quiet moments each day to give thanks for the protection you feel. As this presence becomes clearer, so does your faith in the journey, and that leads to a powerful question: how can you consciously respond to these sacred signs? How to respond to these signs? When we begin noticing the signs from the divine masculine, a natural question arises: how can we respond in a way that strengthens this spiritual connection? The answer lies in nurturing your own energy with love and patience. Practices like daily meditation, heartfelt prayer, and journaling, the habit of writing down your feelings and intuitions, are powerful tools to tune into this spiritual communication and open your heart for his return. Self-love is the foundation that allows the energy of reunion to flow in a healthy and harmonious way. It's essential to cultivate emotional balance and trust in the process, even when the signs seem faint or slow to appear. Remember, the return of the divine masculine is not only physical, it's a deep soul alignment, and being open to that requires time, presence, and inner dedication. Being fully present, valuing your personal growth, and keeping a positive, trusting attitude creates the perfect environment for the divine masculine's energy to come through more clearly. And the more you align with that, the more prepared you become to recognize and embrace the next wave of signs the universe is sending. Speaking of which, have you noticed that one sign most people tend to overlook? Let's explore that together next. Now that you know the main signs of the divine masculine, it becomes clearer that this spiritual communication is happening all the time, even in the subtle moments of everyday life. Changes in his behavior, intense dreams, synchronicities, all these are subtle yet profound ways twin flames connect energetically. The more present and aware you are, the clearer this energetic language becomes. So, tell me, which of these signs have you felt most strongly? Was it that dream that made your heart race? Or that song that always plays when you think of him? Share your experience in the comments, your story might light the way for someone still trying to understand it all. And if you haven't noticed these signs yet, don't worry, sometimes, everything begins when we choose to listen with our soul. If this video touched your heart, please like it, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and of course, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can keep receiving content about spirituality, energetic connection, and the twin flame journey. And take advantage of the final screen, a video that beautifully complements this topic will appear. Click it and continue this path with me. Your soul already knows the way, now it's up to you to follow. See you in the next video.